Hey everybody, how you doing today? Hopefully your week has been well, and I want to give you a couple words of encouragement to help you push through and persevere throughout the remainder of the week and end on a good note. And this is my Motivational Minute. I do have this YouTube channel. It is underneath my name, Aaron Lassiter, and I would like for you all to like, share, and subscribe, hit the notifications, and comment on the post because I want to be able to influence everyone and allow us to reach our true levels in life. Now here's the quote. Forgive yourself for the choices you made when you didn't know you had better options. Focus on growing and moving on. So this week I want to talk about giving yourself some grace, right? This is something that I have to do a whole lot more than what I'm doing now. I'll be honest, I fall victim to this very, very often. I need to forgive myself for the things that I didn't know. They say ignorance is bliss, right? And it's kind of half and half for me because you can't unlearn what you've learned prior. So sometimes with me, I get myself upset about things that I know now that I wish I knew then. And sometimes I look back and I say, well, dang, I made the wrong decisions and I could have done better so that way I'm in a better position now. But I have to forgive myself because life always teaches you lessons. And what I want you to know is you grow from where you were. Okay? So you made those choices then and you can't do anything about the past. But what you can do is with the knowledge that you have now, you can move on and you can grow and develop into a better person now. And the thing I want to tell you is, yeah, I always think about what could have been sometimes and what should have been sometimes and maybe the choices that I made then affect me now. Well, but I can't really focus too much on that because I have to say, okay, the choices were the choices. I didn't know. Now, how am I going to move forward? Moving forward, I kind of say that a little bit often, right? I'll have a discussion or a conversation with somebody, and when we're talking about something, I'll say, moving forward. Now, let's figure this out, right? And again, there were things that I wasn't privy to. There were investments that I made that didn't work out. There were things that were paths that I took that were not successful, that I didn't try to pursue long enough to see if I could develop those things into being a success. But that's okay, right? Because I've grown from that and I've moved forward. Since I moved forward, I'm able to do better and be better as a person, as an individual, just as a better person in general, right? And so what I want to say is you got to give yourself some grace. You got to forgive yourself for the past. Sometimes you did things in the heat of the moment, right? And you can't always be bogged down and beat down and just allow yourself to be in this state of depression and anxiety and frustration about the decisions that you made prior. You might not have had all the information that you needed. You might not have made the right choices back then, and it's okay. And I'm not even talking about yesterday. I'm talking about yester month, yester year, right? Yester decade potentially. You might have made a choice and with the information that you had, but you might not have had all the information. And now that you know what you know, you can move forward and you can grow because of that. And I want you to understand that, right? Like the decision I made when I tried to invest in this particular company, right? I started this investment thing and I tried to invest in this company and I didn't know this company whatsoever. I just heard about it and so I put some money in there and that investment dropped drastically. And I lost money on it. But if I was smart and I was thinking, I would have looked into something where I understood it a little bit more. I had a little bit more information on it, has done some more research, and then the money that I put towards that would have grown into a different company, right? So that's part of the example. So say, I took a position at a career. And in that career, I didn't think about everything that I needed to do for that, say, career. And so that path wasn't wrong, but maybe you had to transition from that into something else. And then that's okay, right? You've learned from that experience. If you've grown from that experience, take everything as a learning lesson. So that way you can grow and you can move on. But again, don't beat yourself down about the choices that you made when you didn't know you had other options. Sometimes you didn't know you had better things in place. Sometimes you didn't use all your resources to your advantage. And I want you to do that because I don't want you to always wallow in despair. Sometimes we wallow in our own despair. Sometimes we always sit down, we feel so bogged down about the choices that we made when we were younger. We didn't know more. We didn't know better. So we need to make sure that we move forward with the knowledge that we've gained so that way we can be better. So this week, this is what I want you to work on. I want you to work on forgiving yourself, allowing yourself some grace, allowing yourself just to breathe, right? Just to make sure that you are on the path that you need to be on. Because sometimes we are in our own minds and we allow ourselves to think about a lot of things and think about a lot of actions that we've done in the past, and then that just brings us into, that could potentially bring us into a state of depression, right? That's never what we need. We need to be uplifting, we need to be moving forward, we need to grow. We need to evolve into the person that we seek to be. You can't do that if you keep on looking back and not forgiving yourself for the actions that you've done in the past. So this right here is my motivational minute. And again, I would like for you all to like, share, subscribe, and comment. And at the end of the day, forgive yourself. Allow yourself some grace. Move forward with the information that you have now, the lessons that you've learned, so that way you can be a better person, a better individual, and for not just yourself, but for everybody around you. And that way you can grow into the person that you choose to be. Let's move forward and let's win. I'll see you next week.